Hey, hi there. This is Murli Sundaram, your happiness coach. And welcome to this Facebook Live question answers on spiritual happiness. And I have no idea what exactly I'm going to speak today because it all depends upon the questions that you're going to ask me. If you've just joined me now, go ahead and shoot a question which is there at the top of your head, and I will answer you in this Facebook Live. And already I have a couple of few questions asked by Sudha, who has asked me about what is spirituality. Is it really worshipping idealist spirituality, or without seeing the God, I'm unable to connect with the God? Is it right? Or is prayers are not cherishing prayers? Is that right or wrong? So some interesting questions people have. If you have such interesting questions deep inside your head, this is the time where you can just ask me the question and I will share with you my perspective. Okay. So just go ahead, post your name and the city you are from and a question. Okay. So we will be talking about a very interesting topic on spiritual happiness. So if you have any questions, go ahead, but you have to put your name, the city you are from, and a question if you have. Okay. And I will post the question on the screen for you, and let's see how we can take this discussion forward. Whether I'm going to give you the right answer today, I have no idea. Okay. Based on the question, from my experience and perspective, I'm going to share some answers on my understanding of exactly how this whole life is. Because many times this question comes, is this all that matters? Okay. Why am I doing all these things? Why am I taking this much efforts in our life? Okay. So, that question pops up in our head, and if you have someone like that question comes in your head, and ultimately you end up in asking at the end, you look up and say, God, is this why it is? This video will be really interesting for you. And I have Jillian, who has asked me the first question. Hi, this is Jillian. Do we need to have a religion to be spiritually happy? Wow, what a beautiful question to start this Q&A live. Thank you very much, Jillian, for asking this beautiful question. Do you need a religion to be spiritual? Okay. Question. Okay. Now I think your question has three different questions. Question number one, do we need to be happy? Okay. Is there a need for happiness? If you observe very closely, we are born happy, and happiness is our birthright. So literally there is nothing for you to have a need for happiness. You're already happy. Unfortunately, throughout the journey in our life, we have accumulated a lot of dust, a lot of dirt, a lot of negative beliefs, a lot of thoughts which have been confused or installed inside our head. So all we need is just remove those cobwebs, and you will suddenly find that you are always happy. So spiritually happy. The question is, spiritually, can you be happy? And that's how the whole question is. And the question is, do we need a religion? Okay. And Rajkumar, I will take your question next. Any relationship between money and spiritual? I will take your question next. Stay tuned in this Facebook Live. So a question here is, what is religion and what is spirituality? I recently wrote a book called What is Not Spirituality, instead of saying what is spirituality. Let's understand this. Okay. We are a bundle of cells. Okay. So it means bundle of tissues, bundle of organs put together as a human body. Okay. So right from the time you're born, you are so small, and you can still remember. Some of you may remember your own childhood memory, where you are a child, where you are a kid, where you are an adult. Okay, so that body, which was born small, we continuously ate and we became very big. So are we the body when we represent? No, because body is something which continuously changes. But the ultimate truth doesn't change. So anything that changes cannot be the ultimate truth. Are you following me? And so his mind is, are you the mind, if you ask the question? So, but the mind is also continuously changing. 1 year back, you had a different understanding, different thoughts or beliefs about God or money or love, anything else, but now it's different. So that's also continuously changing. His emotions is what you are. Again, emotions are fluctuating. We never have the same emotion. So that is also continuously changing. So is the energy inside, the spirit inside is the ultimate, the energy inside you. And look very closely, energy is also fluctuating. So you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the emotion, you are not the energy. So literally it's who you are is the ultimate awareness of all these things. There is one interesting awareness or a witness which is witnessing each and every part of you, your body, your mind, your emotion, and even your spirit once in a while. So that witness, that awareness is who you are. So to understand this, do we need a religion? See, understand, let's understand. Religion is a box. It tells you that you have to follow only one book. There's only one way to understand who you are. And anything that comes under the box cannot help you, because the concept of God or the creator, let's say creator, because if there is a creation, anything you see here, there has to be a creator, there has to be an architect, a designer. So anything you see, the minute it comes under your sense organs, because the whole world we see only through our sense organs. So anything you can see, hear, feel, understand, comprehend comes under this box, and this creator or architect is always outside this box. Religion is something which actually puts you into the box and tells you how to live. So religion helps you to live a happy life. Will you be really happy and peaceful? At the end of it, you are going to ask me the last question. Okay, so what? What's next? Why am I doing all these things? What is the source of all this creation? And who am I? When that question comes inside your head, religion is not going to answer us. It's going to help us to give some moral values and responsibility and help us to keep the society intact so that they all walk in the same direction. So that's the reason you need to jump into the next topic called spiritual process. So it's a process. Spiritual is a process of understanding what exactly is this creation. And after you reach the point, that is, for example, you understood everything, you reach the end of it, and there is a cliff. And only when you jump down the cliff, you're going to understand the whole process. So spiritual is a process. Becoming spiritual is going inside you to get in touch with the architect or the designer who is sitting inside you. Interestingly, that's what every great master has been telling nonstop, that the creator or the architect of this machine, is sitting deep inside us. Every single night when we sleep, the whole purpose of sleeping itself, so that the architect of this design, the architect of this machine, can meet the design. That's the reason why all the 7 billion people are sleeping. Do you know anyone who is not sleeping? You know that if someone is not sleeping for 7 full days, they literally go bad. That's the reason. It's a default system in this machine. So in sleep, we literally go and meet the designer, the architect. So that's the reason going inward is a right way to understand spiritual process. So the more and more you start going inward, you will understand that you're always happier. Because the more you have to go inside, you have to remove all the cobwebs, all the belief system. You have to drop every understanding what you have and just walk blindly with the flow. When you go with the flow of your life, you will automatically become very happy, Jillian. I hope I answered your question. Let me take the next question. Any relationship between money and spiritual? Whoa, fantastic question. Because this is one question everyone asks me. Does spiritual people need to make a lot of money? This is the beautiful question everyone asks me. And you've asked me the same question in a different way. Okay. And also I have Sanjay. How come spirituality makes us happy? I think almost I've answered the same question, Sanjay. So let's understand this question. Any relationship between money and spirituality? Okay, let's understand. Money is energy. Okay, it's matter and energy. It's like one coin, two sides of the same coin. One side it is matter and one side is energy. Okay, so basically the whole world where we are living in the material world, we need the matter, that money, for us to survive. And do we need the energy, money to survive? This is where you have to understand. What are we doing with all the money that we are earning in our life? Okay, when you have more money, okay, who requires that money? Okay, is the body or the awareness inside you? So it means you have more money, you will buy one more shirt or one more dress. Okay, the body requires the dress. Do you think the awareness inside us requires the dress? No. So if you have more money, you will buy a car to travel. And tell me, the car for travel is for the body or for the energy inside you, the awareness inside you? It's for the body's comfortability. You want a house to live in. Who wants it? The being inside you or the body? It's the body. So look very closely. All the money is to bring comfort to this body. That's the external shell. The being inside you actually doesn't require huge money, because money is not going to help the being to realize itself. So money is for the body, and interestingly, the body and the being are in the same place, like the two sides of the coin. So obviously, if you are a spiritual person, you need more money. All the more reason why. just ask yourself, why are you not making money? It's because some of the negative beliefs that we have about money, which is causing us not to attract or not to achieve more money in our life. Or you think that people with money are bad people, maybe a wrong blueprint inside your head. That is also one reason why that's happening. So when we remove those blueprints, when we remove all the negative thoughts about the money, we start attracting more money. So if you have understood Abraham Maslow's theory of hierarchy, there is a safety needs, that is safety and survival, the food, clothing, shelter, and the stability in our life, the safety needs, survival needs, we can say. And then there is a psychological needs for the mind. That means connections and love and bonding, self-esteem and power. And then comes the spiritual needs of self-actualization. So every human being goes through the same needs hierarchy. And depending upon where you are in your life, okay, either the body's needs is very high or the being needs is very high. So if you are at the survival mode, your need for money will be very high. So realize that if that's what your reality is, then go and chase money, go and achieve more money, so that you can give more comfort to this machine, to this body. And when you have more comfort, then you move up the hierarchy of getting into the mind level of money making, the mental money. Okay, so psychological needs are satisfied. And then you come to the next level of the spiritual needs of self-actualization. But this is what culture teaches. This is what history teaches. This is what our ancestors have taught. Maybe you would have read every mythological story or every old traditional story, that at the end, the king, the guy who has all the money, when he has doubts or questions, he always goes to the monk under the tree, who's a saint or a monk or a Sufi, who sits under the tree for his advice or counsel. And that monk, he just wears a loin cloth, nothing else. He doesn't have anything. He just has a begging bowl. But why do you think the king, the guy who has all the money in the world, goes to that guy who doesn't even have one penny? Because he has the power of himself. He has understood the power of self. That's the ultimate power we are talking about. So when we climb up the ladder of spiritual process, these questions will come. Do I need to make more money or do I need to make less money? If you consider yourself as a good person, okay, make more money so that you can help more people. Now, the problem with money and spirituality is this: many people put money making as an ambition or maximum as a vision in their life or a purpose in their life. Thereby, they can live a happy life. That's all they want. Their family should be happy. Okay. Some of them will make a little bit extra, that my community should be happy, my society should be happy, my nation should be happy. That's all. They maximum expand. And if you observe very closely, every rich man's vision is only up to the end of his lifetime. How about making, if you are a really spiritual person, you will make a vision that even transcends your lifetime. Can you have such a large vision that can even transcend your lifetime, even for the next 800,000 years, like how Gautama Buddha and Jesus Christ have created a process? Thereby, even after 2,000 years, we're still talking about such great masters in the world. When you start thinking like that, you will start attracting loads and loads of wealth in your life, which you can distribute it. The minute you start holding, you don't get it. The minute you start distributing, you will always get it. Okay. So I hope that you understand the relationship between money and spiritual. So literally, in one nutshell, money is for the body. Okay, please remember. And the being doesn't require money, because ultimately the being realizes that what's the sole purpose of living itself. That's the ultimate question. Okay, you don't need money for that question. And that's the reason the king always goes to that self-realized soul who doesn't own anything. Okay. So let's, very good. Let's go. So if you just join right now in this conversation, I'm right now doing a question and answer on spiritual happiness. And Sudha has asked me a question previously in another posting, whether, does idol worship is really important. Okay. So that's what I'm going to talk right now. Idol worship. Now, do you think idol worship is required? Let me just change the question, and here we go. Okay, good. So is idol worship is really required? Because now this is what you have to understand. Sudha, this is an answer for your question. You have asked me in another posting under my group, is idol worship is, that's what I understand. Is it right or wrong? Let's understand one thing. It's all about inward journey. Okay. But the whole concept of God is absolutely abstract, which you can't understand and comprehend. That's the reason Spiritual entrepreneurship is on a very big rise. And since this topic is little outside your understanding, anyone who can give you one little bit of logical twist and make your mind convinced, you will believe that that person is right. Okay. That's the reason every spiritual entrepreneur is a billionaire today. Okay. So if you're starting a business, remember that it's a good business model. Now, when you have to go deeper within you, okay, it's an abstract concept and you can't hold an abstract in your head because you can't understand the abstract. It's nothingness, basically. Okay. So very difficult for people to comprehend nothingness. You can't hold nothingness in your head. Nothingness doesn't mean that nothing. Okay. It doesn't mean empty. Okay. It is nothingness. So it's very difficult for you to understand the abstract concept. That's the reason our ancestors themselves created, like when you go to the school, right, from the kindergarten to the 12th grade to the college and postdoctorate, they have created some curriculum. If you go to 6th standard, grade 6, they teach you about light. Okay, when you go electricity, light, and when you go to 10th standard, it's the same one but little higher in knowledge. And when you go to the PhD level, you go very deep into that subject. It's the same way. We started off with a very simple way of connecting God in the visual way, in the physical sense, in the bodily level. So that's the reason in our culture, we say that everything is God. Anything and everything you see God, because everything is the same creation, made of the same energy. So for people who could not connect with it, they created an idol, created a shape or a form or a color or a sound where people can quickly connect with. If you're a visual person, you will connect with the form. If you're an auditory person, you'll connect with the sound. If you're a kinesthetic person, you'll connect with an emotion. That's how the whole process of realizing the God was created. And for the body, it requires different level of understanding. For a mind, different level of understanding. And for the emotional level and to a spiritual level. And interestingly, you need to work upon on all these 4 layers to understand the real essence of the creation inside you. So is idol worship wrong? Absolutely not. It's not wrong. But you have to understand and you have to go deeper. You can't continuously say that I will always stay only in grade 3 to achieve PhD degree. No. You have to let go of it. Understand why the idol worship is there. What's the logic behind? And once you understand this, go to the next level. Go to the next grade. Go to the next grade. And one fine day, you may have to let go and drop everything and jump off from the cliff to experience oneness. Okay, because you are God, you are the real creator, you are the architect. Okay, for us to theoretically you can understand, but practically it's very difficult to understand because it is outside the comprehension. The only way is we have to experience God. We can only become God. Okay, that's something which I want to answer today. So is there any other question? Good words, Rajkumar. Spiritual entrepreneurship of millionaires. Absolutely true. Okay, here we have Sanjay has asked me the same question. How spirituality makes us happy. Does spirituality makes us happy, Sanjay? It's a process of you removing all the cobwebs of your unhappiness. Okay, because when you start understanding who we are, what is the source of creation, what is the meaning in which we are living, these are all very deep rooted questions. And when you start thinking, you're slowly going inward. When you start going inward, you will find on the path too many negative systems and negative beliefs and negative words. So you will slowly start removing all the cobwebs and remove the dirt inside. And suddenly you will find yourself lighter. And suddenly you will start experiencing your true happiness inside you. So you're already happy, but the minute you start looking at in a spiritual dimension, you become very lighter. You suddenly become more energetic and you suddenly start sensing your true happiness. And that's the reason spiritual people are always full of happiness. Okay, so I hope I answered some of your questions in today's Facebook Live. I hope this session was useful for some of those spiritually confused lot of human beings, because today I see a lot of people, they are confused with respect to their living. Okay, should I work in this company? Should I do this business? Why am I doing all these things? What is the end objective? What will I do after making all the money? Too much of spiritual confusions are there because too much of knowledge is available in the world. Just go to Google and type. You will find every possible knowledge. Remember, knowledge is garbage. Every piece of knowledge is garbage until you don't put in action. So right now we are all bombarded with huge amount of knowledge. That to this generation we are living. 40 years before, 30 years before, even 20 years before, we never had this much burden inside us. We never had this much confusion. So people who are right now in this confused era, okay, our job right now to free ourselves from all the clutter of the mind, from all the clutter that is happening right now outside us. Okay, the only way is getting ourselves spiritually aligned, spiritually grounded, and for that you need a master, you need a guide, or just keep the longingness inside you. Who the hell am I? Okay, why am I doing all these things? What is the source of all this creation? What is the meaning of whatever I do? Keep that spiritual grounding. You will find your master walking towards you to guide you in the right direction. Okay, so I hope I hope you understood my answer to today's question. Okay, thank you very much, Sudha, for sharing your feedback. Thank you very much. So guys, if you're just watching this video and if you found some interesting answer for some of your deep questions, please do comment and share your feedback. And if you think this video will be helpful to someone in your Facebook, just share this video on your timeline. Thereby you can help someone who is also spiritually confused. All of us are spiritually confused. It's a journey. It's a one-way traffic. The minute you enter this road, there is no return. It's a one-way traffic and it can only move forward. You can stand for some time. You can't turn back and go. Okay. Once in a while in our life, we may just stop. Once in a while, we may just stop because of our compulsions in life. But unfortunately, always we have to keep moving forward. So that's the reason why, I've created a forum called Unlimited Happiness for people who are actually confused like this, because many of us have to live our life. Many of us have to live our life. We have to make money, and we also have to help the family. And ultimately, whatever we do is to help our family. Am I right in saying? So that's the reason I created an online happiness community to spread more happiness, to ensure that we are happy first. Thereby, our family becomes very happy. And I'm sure that you are involved in some kind of a work or business to ensure all your material living. So obviously, clarity is money. So since clarity is money, I'm in this community. I continuously share lots and lots of video lessons on money making, on relationship, on awareness. So because all of us are living in 7 different dimensions, if you understand and agree with me. So if you are someone who understands what I just said, this particular community will be of amazing benefit to you. And there are more than 120 members are there in this community, and it's an absolute like-minded, positive, successful entrepreneurs, business owners, business leaders in this particular community, where I continuously share every single day a deeper understanding of how we can become more happier, how we can help our family members to live a happy life, and how you can become clear in your head, and thereby you can attract more money in your life. So this is if you have to understand all these, if you don't understand all these things, you know how much money you will lose in your life. But for you to understand all these things, it will cost you a lot of money. Maybe if you go and study a positive psychology course, or if you want to go and attend a happiness course, it's going to cost you 2 to 3 lakh of rupees. But I'm opening up this particular community open to the whole market from January 1st, 2019. But for some few friends of mine, I am inviting you for this as a pre-launch. And actually, it's going to cost only 3,000 rupees per annum as a membership. So literally, it's 10 rupees, less than 10 rupees a day for your own happiness. But here is my special gift to you for all the spiritual seekers. Okay, for the first 30 days, it's absolutely a free 30-day membership. Trial is there. Come and experience the whole happiness. And then if you're interested, you can become a paid member of this community. So where do you get the information? Just visit www.unlimitedhappiness.com. There is a form over there to become a free member. Okay, 30-day free member. And if you like, after that, you can continue. Or if you are interested straight away to jump in to become annual member, you can just sign up over there. So I hope this particular Facebook Live was very, very helpful for you to get rid of some of the confusions in your life. Just go ahead, shoot your comments and share this video for all your loved ones so that they can also become happier and get rid of all the spiritual confusions. Thank you very much for watching this video. This is Murli Sundaram, your happiness coach. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.